Good morning. We're back. It's 8:10. We're going into some country, I think. I don't mean that like it might have just sounded. Um, I got a heads up that it's country, which, I'm not. Let's just see what happens and go from there.
I like spring dogs and rusty screen doors, candlelight on creaky wood floors, a good sunrise and fireflies in a jar.
Oh, 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 oh. For everybody else, this song is a recommendation or a request in direct response to Rollen talking about enjoying a walk in the park. Ah, damn, I didn't think this would. Wow. Man, I don't want to become a mess. I was happier being angry. I was frustrated with all the oh, oh. I'm not even playing you, brother. I don't know why I pick with them. Dude, look right here, man. I got the Demon Jones. I really want to do this one. Um, Trying to figure out what's going up next. But I figured, I did that the Bob, and that got me a little chilled, and I'm like, let me look at the Rolling phone and see what that says, and I'm like, oh yeah, let's do this. It won't be. It'll be good. I knew it would. I knew it'd be good. I didn't. Did it even say it? Didn't. It didn't address. Sorry to do this. Yeah. No, it didn't give me a heads up. It just said it'd be country. Oh yeah. This hits directly an old Roland's soft spot.
I like spring dogs and rusty screen doors, candlelight on creaky wood floors, a good sunrise and fireflies in a jar. A banjo ringing.
Sorry about that. I ate that one. Ah. And I won't make it too obvious, but if you notice, I haven't had nothing to drink this morning. I can get a water. That's what I can get. Sorry, this is rough. I don't even want to stop because I said what I wanted to say. So now this is why I don't throw a bunch of them away. If you ever wonder, like, why would he? Why does he do that? Well, because whatever I said first was enough. I don't want to say it again. That's why. I don't want to edit it. I, I chomped on my. I ate my oney. Gross. It happened. That's real life. I'm gonna get lounged lizard. Just gonna slide into a lounge chair, and I'm gonna put this back here, and I'm gonna listen to it now. Yeah, shit happens to me, just like everybody else. Why would I lie about it?
I like spring dogs and rusty screen doors, candlelight on creaky wood floors, a good sunrise and fireflies in a jar.
Okay, it's gonna take a long time because this is literally to one individual. It is now, Mike. Thank you for everything you do. We would have to oil the squeaky door. It gives us purpose, and then them boards. We could re-nail them. We could probably screw them down. See if we get some new wood. Just get them tight. Fix that, and then enjoy the fireflies in the jar. I'm mostly kidding. but you know what I mean, right?
With sunrise and fireflies in a jar. A banjo ringing through the pine, the way I feel on homemade wine, and jug fishing underneath the stars. I'm okay, I'm just fine. I wish the world would move slower, or we could go back in time. But I'm just down home southern, y'all. I don't need nothing, just enough to get me by. And I was raised in an early age when you shake a man's hand looking square in the eye. I'm real cool, old school, don't lie to me, fool. Ain't a thing about me fake. I'm a modern day John Wayne with my daddy's last name, born 50 years too late.
It's all in there.
A man's hand looking square in the eye. I'm real cool, old school, don't lie to me, fool. Ain't a thing about me fake. I'm a modern day.
Yep, what a horror show. But that line there, yeah, some parts are a horror show. Some parts are insightful. Some parts are just straight goofy. But that's why I don't cut nothing out. Mike, I think actually, no, it gives me the strength most days. For real. It is what it is. I am who I am. I don't know. I'm not always right. Don't want to be. I just want to think about all this crazy shit. And then I want to think about it with others. Some of it doesn't do us any good. It's just for fun. Some of it should strike us to the bone. Should just hit deep. Deep. And for some of you, I know it does. That's the key. That's just who we're... Just remember, we're still working for the back of the bus every day. For the conversation, for the connection. And here's the sad truth. If it's not deeper than just the music, you're probably not involved. I like the music. The music kicks ass. It's all fun. But if we're just looking to connect at a music level, right, I need a little more. This isn't just a distraction, right? It never just was a job. It's got to mean something more. And we weren't born 50 years too late. We were born now. How do we apply the best of this thinking to the new world that faces us? That's the question, I think. How do you... and there's one of the cores. I bet that's one of the cores of the institutionalized problems we have. Because, see, if things like self-respect, dignity, hard work continue to be taught, you and I won't need a reliance on a system. And until you need a reliance on a system and your whole life is data on a card, they can't win. Huh. Maybe we do have a metaphorical time machine. Because the morals and values we're talking about transcend lines of class, race, creed, religion. They right? They transcend all those things. Maybe our time machine is making sure that our proper moral base comes into the new world, not a forgotten remnant of the old world. Ooh, I better get back to music.
Hey, John Wayne with my daddy's last name, born 50 years too late. work, sweating hard and a
Oh, God, and then he's talking about my stuff. Poncho, hi. Hi, buddy. You want to come up here? Or do you got to go potty? Okay, sorry. I got to pause. It's probably dog time. Hold on. Wow, that was like full-blown dog duties. It's like a Wreck-It Ralph joke that they sold so well to me that I can't give it up. And then the irony of what I was just saying, and I kind of spaced it off because I've been outside for like 7 minutes.
do an honest day's work, sweating hard.
Yeah.
Well, whatever happened to an honest day's work, sweating hard in a flannel shirt.
Yeah, and then so I get the complication now. Here's the complication. For some men, it is the cornerstone and foundation of their being. For other people, it is a plight and a downfall. Because I side with this, I can explain. The reason I side with this is because if they... Well, history seems to show periods of destruction that come after periods of growth. I don't believe they're going to transition to some bright utopian future. So I think a lot of rural living is going to go back in time. And then, well, I just don't think we're going to have robots aren't going to be out in the country doing our work. So, at least in my lifetime, this is the one foundational thing I need to always achieve at least shelter. So, I don't know how other people feel. But, I mean, now I just pay. But the idea of shelter is right there. I would build shelter out of the shit God's got laying around on the earth. Or just the Mother Earth dropped for me. However you want to say all that. Hey, is it probably? Yes, sir. Good morning. Sir? Mike? Ah! None of that sir shit. We work for a living.
Well, it's a fast-paced rat race, no give, all take. Who's gonna finish first? Hell, nowadays it's safe to say that a damn dog's got more rights. Cause the administration's trying to rule the population. Folks, we gotta stand up and fight. But I don't complain, I take it all in stride.
Change from complaining to if everyone else is vocalizing their frustration, then you can too. I believe they've got you programmed to believe it's complaining, so you'll STFU. And he's right. Just don't take it all on this in stride.
Rule the population, folks, we gotta stand up and fight. But I don't complain, I take it all in stride. But it seems the whole damn world has changed almost overnight. But I'm still down on Southern and I don't need nothing, just enough to get me by. I was raised at an early age when you shake a man's hand, look him square in the eye. I'm real cool, old school, don't lie to me, fool, ain't a thing about me fake. I'm a modern day John Wayne with my daddy's last name, born 50 years too late.
This is as deep and messed up as it will get for anyone in a reaction. Yeah, why do they have the seed vault with all their heritage seeds put up in that bunker? You think that's for humanity's sake? And then whose humanity? Who gets that food? Because I know they said enough at the WEF at Davos. They told us. So yeah, I'll have Ange watch that for sure. Yeah, this is as weird as it gets for anyone but Mike. Sorry. This is a personal reaction for him only. I hope the rest of you can find some enjoyment within it.
The whole damn world has changed right before my eyes. I'm still down on Southern and I don't need nothing, just enough to get me by. And I was raised at an early age when you shake a man's hand looking square in the eye. Yeah, I'm real cool, old school, don't lie to me, fool, ain't a thing about me fake. Yeah. Shake a man's hand looking square in the eye. Yeah, I'm real cool, old school, don't lie to me, fool, ain't a thing.
We'll let that go. There's only one part in this whole song. There's gatekeeping or perpetuating your own problem within the own lyrical content. So if you're going to just do your own, just do you, fool. Just do me. How does he say it?
I was raised at an early age when you shake a man's hand looking square in the eye. Yeah, I'm real cool, old school, don't lie to me, fool.
Real cool, old school, do a lot of me, fool. I think that's what that says. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I misunderstood it. I'm just saying that would be the... So, whole communities that are built on handshakes and looking each other in the eye are not a bunch of self-centered assholes. They're probably community-driven people who trust each other, to rely on each other, to build what they need to take care of each other. You see what I mean? So the gatekeeping or the problem is the perpetuating. You have a message about a greater thing than the self comment, because self is... it's complicated, so it's not a blanket statement. Oh, I can't care about myself. Of course you can care about yourself. It's the power of a lyrical content instead of you making sure you have your own needs fulfilled, right? There's messaging and lifestyle choices. You have to care about yourself some, but if you're trying to make a change, focusing on self is where, you know what I mean, that's where a lot of people go wrong. It becomes self-serving and turns to, let's say, negatively charged energy instead of positively charged energy, and that would take you 1,000 reactions to figure out exactly what I'm trying to say there. Mike's watched them all. He might know. I don't mean any sort of blanket statement for sure. I'm just saying that's the only part in the song. That whole... I stick to myself, take it in stride, and do me. That goes against shit I've said the whole time, so I have to hear it. All in all, this is awesome.
I was raised at an early age when you shake a man's hand looking square in the eye. Yeah, I'm real cool, old school, don't lie to me, fool, ain't a thing about me fake. Yeah, I'm a modern day John Wayne with my daddy's last name, born 50 years too late. John Wayne with my daddy's last name, born 50 years too late. 50 years too late.
Oh, that's deep too. They won't let it be. Well, that gives power to them automatically by saying they won't let it be. They will try to do things. They do exist. They are the powers that want to be. I believe that was Passio that taught me that for sure. So I don't want to project it. It's not the powers that be. Every time I say that, I'm saying a fallacy. It's the powers that want to be, the organization that dreams of that stuff. Is you project winning onto them, they're going to win. That's pretty much how organized religion has worked. They've had you project winning onto them so they can do no wrong. Now you shine a light on the basement, it's full of cockroaches. Project you winning. Project you winning onto your conversation. Project you coming out on top without exploiting others or harming. Project that, and there you have some self-fulfilling shit going on, Harry Mack style visualization that you can use. Project you winning, not them. Project your success, your goodwill, your everything onto everything you do, and watch change take place. That's why the mainstream narrative bubble is so powerful. It projects them winning all the time, you and I being the enemy. Wow. Talk about hearts and minds propaganda to demoralize a troop. Or a side, a faction, whatever you want to call it. Hey, that's tip. Oh yeah. Holy shit. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Here's the problem. This is the most fun I've had for days. Now this was awesome. And it is what it is. I gotta go.